All right. Okay, look. So I am not one really to do like just music talk like Anthony Fantano, but this is kind of an issue that I feel like I need to. Well, not so much an issue, just more. It's more like a thing that I thought of and I want to talk about it. So I'm not going to sugarcoat it at all. I'm just going to get straight to the point. Album of the year this year is going to be impossible. There has been so much good metal music that has come out in this past year, and you know, with like Christmas coming up and like the next year, it's already gonna be 2026 next year. That's crazy. With that coming up, everyone's gonna have to choose an album of the year, and I have never really been so into music until now that I picked an album of the year. So this will be my first year actually picking my album of the year, because in past years I've never been so into music that I, felt like doing it. But that's changed. Now that's all I do. I listen to music and I play music. That's kind of all I do. And so this is just gonna be more of like me rambling, babbling about music and my thoughts. So if you don't want to watch that, you don't have to. No like guitar playing or production or anything in this video. It's just gonna be me sitting at this desk talking. There's been a lot of good metal music that's come out this year. I mean, there's been albums like Private Music by Deftones. There was Even in Arcadia. There was that new Landmarks album. There was new Disembodied Tyrant, I think. There was new Death Heaven. Was there any Knocked Loose? No, there wasn't. And so that's just to list a few. I'm actually gonna open my computer right here. Hold on, let me just plug stuff in. Give me a second.
3,000 years later.
Yeah, I'm 3014 now. Okay, so you can see I'm on Google Chrome here. So if we just Google search metal albums, oh god, it came out in 2025. Look at all of these. Yeah, so I actually forgot to mention a lot of these. I liked a lot of these. There was this Spirit Box album, which I thought was really good. This Death Heaven, like I said. There was new Architects. There was new Whitechapel. The Haunted, Parasomnia, Dream Theater. There was Fallujah. There was Killswitch Engage. Okay, I didn't know that. There was new Deftones, like I said. There was freaking the Acacia Strain. There was Bleed from Within. There was Signs of the Swarm. Those are just to name the bands that I listen to. And there's Duel from Ginger. I just name a few. And honestly, all of these albums were really good, but it's just impossible to choose between all of these. Now, the bands on here that I actually like and listen to on my own time are mainly just Spirit Box, Architects, Whitechapel, a bit of Dream Theater, Sleep Token, and a bit of Ginger. That's all the ones on here that I can... Oh, and Landmarks. And Deftones. So just those 6 or 7 that I said. And yeah, so honestly, I don't know, just kind of seems like it's gonna be impossible to pick, So I know that album of the year isn't entirely based on just what you liked about the album. It's also based on how successful the album was, who made it, if the band has a good reputation, if the album did well. And so let's take Even in Arcadia as an example. You guys already know this, but Sleep Token put out an album this year called Even in Arcadia. And it was one of the most monumental releases, I think, in modern metalcore in recent memory. Because their last album before that, Eden, really shot them. It really skyrocketed their numbers on the charts and stuff. And I was actually planning to go see Sleep Token for the Even in Arcadia tour, but I looked for tickets and every show was sold out. Every single show. And they were playing festivals. They were playing Download, they were playing Orlando, they were playing a bunch of cities. There was nowhere near here, so I had to fly anyway. But because that album was so monumental and so successful, and people started binging the songs right away, which is a thing that people do with Sleep Token, who has millions of super fans. Versus the new album by Spirit Box called Tsunami Sea. It's an amazing album. It's for sure an amazing album. I have a friend on Discord who loves Spirit Box, and he was actually the one who sent me a bunch of songs from this album for the first time. And I only knew a few Spirit Box songs before that. I knew Blessed Be, Jaded, all the kind of ones that blew up like that. But this friend on Discord was the one who sent me the songs from this new album. Songs like No Loss, No Love, and that crazy song with the crazy vocal note. I can't remember I'm stupid. I really liked how different this album was from their older stuff, because like the song No Loss, No Love, it has that like one section with like the ring mod guitars, like the weird like polyphonic pitch shifting. It's just kind of like the mixed guitar screech. That section, it's so like they managed to merge like ethereal kind of just ascension, you know, clean singing sections with sections like that, like in that are just like the most disgusting. They managed to just make that part sound so disgusting, but also make the rest of the song like kind of beautiful, you know? And that part is also kind of beautiful. It's both. It's gross and it's beautiful at the same time. Now, a band like Deftones, I'm wearing their shirt, with their new album Private Music, I did not like it as much as their older stuff, like, you know, Around the Fur, White Pony, Adrenaline, all that. I did like the album, but if we're talking about the bands that I just mentioned that I listened to that came out with albums this year, Private Music was probably my least favorite of the ones that came out this year. Like, it's still great, but it's probably my least favorite of the ones that came out this year. Just because, I don't know, it was too stereotypically Deftones. It had, like, that kind of signature, like, heavy, kind of airy, like, just weird acid trip core Deftones vibe. Like, that low-down kind of droning Deftones sound. I don't know, I think that, like, you know, they did it well, but, I just forgot how to talk today. What's wrong with me? So, there we go. That's already 3 bands that I've rambled about for a while. Sleep Token, Spirit Box, and Deftones. And I feel like that's probably enough examples. But what happened with those 3 albums is kind of a good example of what happened with all the rest that I mentioned. You know, they were good. They were good, for sure. They were all great albums. But they all had something that I didn't like about them. Which no album is ever perfect, obviously. And these were awesome. They were all amazing albums, just they weren't perfect, which I can't really be complaining about because no album, it's literally impossible to make your song perfect. I'm kind of running out of things to say here, if I'm being honest. I've been talking for like 10 minutes now. I kind of just want to put it out there that like, album of the year this year, like we're going to have a hard time, well, I'm going to have a hard time choosing. I think I'm going to go with Even in Arcadia. That's what I'm leaning towards most right now, just because it was my favorite. Anyway, so that was just like my rambling about album of the year this year. I think I'm gonna go with Even in Arcadia from Sleep Token, just because it was my favorite and they're my favorite band. Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? What's your album of the year? Yeah, that's all I have to say for this video. This is kind of just a rambling, and I'm sorry if I wasted like whatever 8 or 9 minutes of your time. But if you enjoyed this, then I mean, thank you. I just kind of wanted to put my thoughts out there on this, and it's not like a serious thing or anything. I just wanted to talk about it and see what the response is gonna be. That's all.